Hello student, good afternoon all. Welcome in online class, chapter number 2 functions. Now start with continue function chapter. In previous lecture we discuss type of functions and arguments, different type of arguments. Now we start revision with different type of arguments. Here Python supports the following type of arguments. As you know that, like first positional arguments, default arguments, keyword arguments and variable length arguments. First, positional arguments. There are the arguments passed to the function in correct position in one by one. For example, here define function subtract and pass to argument a and b, that is formal argument, and print a minus b. It means the difference between a and b, and then print a value of difference between a minus b. Here first value, when we call function subtract and argument to 100 and 200, here the position of first argument a and position of second argument b, it means a assign 100 value and b assign 200 value, and then return the subtraction between a and b. It means 100 minus 200 equals to minus 100. Then call second time subtract 150 and 100. Here for the first argument a assigned with 150 value and second value b variable pass 100 value. Then we call function subtract and calculate difference 150 minus 100 and return the result 50. Correct? Now second, default arguments. As you know that in previous lecture we were discussed in function first argument and define the function create underscore msg and argument pass name with value. Here the value is a default value, that is called default argument, and print hello with the variable name. When we call the function great underscore msg and not pass any argument, any value, then it will return default value, that is Mohan, and result will be print hello Mohan. And again pass Vinay. Here one argument, it is passed with name argument, and name argument override the Mohan value, that is default value, and new value is Vinay, then the output will be hello Vinay. Next pass no value and no argument, then it will print default value, it means hello Mohan. When a function call is made without argument that passed defaultly default value, if you pass any value then overwrite default value and print new value. Here in another example, for a great msg name, first default value and second default value. Here we remind that the default value should be passed in right to left manner. before pass right side value, then pass default second value and print both value, name msg. Here call function greet without any argument, then output will be print name argument first, any Mohan, good morning. And again in the second example, here generator error because the rule of default argument violate, because default argument should be defined in right to left manner. Here as msg not contain any default value, but name argument contain one value, that is violation of default argument rule. In that place name not contain any value, but as sg variable should be contain any default value, then after name argument contain default value. Next call function greet underscore msg, then output will be first argument name value and then print msg value. Third type of the arguments, keyword arguments. It should be remind that the variable name should be assigned with the value. It means remember the value of argument of formal argument name and constant value. Here define greet underscore msg name first argument and second msg and print both are value name and msg. Great, and here call function name, then pass value Mohan and msg pass high value, then print output will be Mohan high. That is valid value. But if you exchange the name of variable in the position, and if second argument will be replaced with first argument, then no change in the result, because it is keyword msg and name, that is formal argument, and it contain the actual value high. Then output will be in the manner of sequentially first name and then msg. Now variable length value, it is a very important feature of the Python that contain when we have no optimum value or number of variables, no guess how many number of value passed, then in this situation we define variable length argument. In some situation one needs to pass as many arguments to the function. Here Python provide a way to pass number of arguments to the function without any name of variable, but it should be mind during the definition of function. For example, def sum, and it contain asterisk value with the name of variable n. Here no one argument, but it can be passed variable arguments. It may be have no argument, it may have one argument, it may have two argument, 3, 4 and many more. Here the first output sum 0 when we not pass any argument, then is switch over with the function and total value 0 and loop not repeat any one time, then output will be total, it means total equals to 0. Second, one argument, then loop repeat one time, total equals to total plus 10, then output will be 10. Then third, calling statement, sum 10, 20, 30 and 40. Here passed 4 argument, then loop repeat 4 time, 410, 420, 430 and 40, and calculate the sum of passed argument 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 equals to output will be 100. Here keep in mind that Python may be support the list of arguments as a array. It means the collection of similar elements. It may be contain heterogeneous elements. It may be contain homogeneous elements. Array in basic Python are list. List is a data type that contain the arguments sequentially with mixed data types. It may be have integer, it may be have floating string value or constant value, and can be passed as a argument to a function. For example, here define the average of list that contain many values, then calculate the length of list, then sum 0 and repeat loop till to last argument of the list, and calculate the sum of every element of list. Then now call main function, print integer and pass input value a, then split value a in the various elements, then repeat loop and convert into integer value, and then find average of the value. It may be pass 2 or more arguments, list 1, list 2, list 3, and maybe calculate a specific or desired result by using pass the list in the function definition. Now start with scope of variable, that is new topic. Start with today lesson. As you know that every variable contain a boundary that is accessible inside the boundary, that is called the scope of variable. Here scope of variable defined in 2 categories, globally and local value. Scope means measure of access of variable or constants in a program. It means the boundary of accessibility, boundary of use variable. In generally there are the 2 type of the scope. Number first, global, it means module. Here keep in mind that module means the collection of various function, constants, name, class inside the file that contain many more functions in a single file, that is called module. When we variable define inside the file as a module manner, that is globally accessible. It have no boundary, that is access inside the various function that is defined inside the file. Second, local variable that is defined inside the function. Here two boundaries created. Number first, like module contain function 1, function 2, function 3, but variable defined inside the, then it will be accessible inside the entire module. Where while second is a function where module contain inside the boundary and variable defined inside the function module or a function, then variable boundary only accessible inside the function. Here we define simply variable, global variables are those variables that is accessible inside the module for every function that is defined inside the module, that is called global variable. When variable defined inside the function that is accessible inside only function, not accessible outside the function, is called local variable. For example, here define m that is not a part of any function, no have any boundary. Here it is a global variable. While add and difference is a local variable. Here m contain 100 value. User defined function add underscore difference x comma y is a two formal arguments, and add calculate the sum of x plus y value and difference calculate x minus y value. Then global m call here, that is calculate m equals to m plus, it means 100 plus 10, and the m calculate 100 plus 10 value print and return add and difference both value. Here call the value inside the main function that contain x, it is also local variable. And return difference between x and y inside a and b accordingly. Then print sum and difference, then print a. M here not used inside the main method, but it is accessible as a global variable. Here two function, number first add underscore difference and main method. Here add not used inside the main method and x and y not used inside the add underscore difference function, but m accessible inside the both function, that is a global variable. Now we start here recursion function. Recursion means repetition of the function. In single word we define recursion as a procedure that is called itself, is called recursion procedure. A recursive function is a function that call itself and repeat till two condition is satisfied or true. When condition is false, then recursive procedure may stop. Recursion in computer science is method of the solving problem where the solution depends on the smaller instant of the same problem. It is similar to repetitive statement like while loop and for loop. While loop may be repeat a specific condition, and for loop it may be repeat till to given range. Advantage. Now we discuss advantage of the recursion function. Recursive function make a code look clean and elegant, and it broken the complex program into smaller and clear. It is easy and no need to repetitive statements. It is easy to calculate repetitive statements. Many times it create problems during the recursive procedure execution because some logical conditional statement may be applied wrong, where recursive procedure execute finite or maybe infinite. Sometimes have logic behind the recursion is hard to follow through. Second, recursive calls are the expensive, inefficient, as they'll take up a lot of memory and time. Recursive functions are hard to debug. Programmer may be feel difficulty to debug the program and find the errors in the program. For example, here recursion example to calculate factorial of given number by using recursive procedure. Here define function factorial and pass one argument n, and define condition if n equals to 1, then it will return 1. If n not contain one value, then it repeat till 2 value remains 1. When value n, then terminate the procedure. When value n is greater than 1, then till 2 repeat again and again till 2 value of n minus 1. If you want to see the track of program execution, then look here, second example, we can track the recursive function. Here define factorial and pass same argument to n, and every time we repeat the procedure to see the execution track, and define same condition n equals to 1 and return 1 when n equals to 1. If n is greater than 1, then it will be call again, and repeat condition till 2 n equals to 1, and intermediate result may be shown in the print statement. Look here, the like pass argument n, factorial has been called with value n, then second time repeat n minus 1, it means 5 minus 1 and 4, and again 4 minus 1, and again 3 minus 1 and 2 minus 1. When n equals to 1, then it return one value and print 2 into factorial 1 value 2, 3 into 2 and 6, 4 into 6 and 24, and 5 into 24 equals to 120. It is a final result of recursive function. Another example to calculate Fibonacci series by using recursive procedure here. For example, Fibonacci series using the recursive function. Fibonacci series, it means 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 and more. It means C equals to A plus B. Here A is a first value and V is a second value and C is a third value. It means 0 first value, A, and B second value and C third value. 0 plus 1. Function define def fib and pass n argument. Condition repeat till 2, n is 0 and return 0. If n equals to 1, then return 1. If value is greater than 1, then it repeat till 2, n equals to 0. Here again call procedure n minus 1 and again call n minus 2. It is argument A, it is argument B. Okay, and second SCF and GCD. It is also a recursive procedure. Example, to call itself again and again till to calculate GCD and SCF. Now some class test questions. You maybe try to solve these questions and observe your knowledge and find out the various outputs, the object multi-choice questions. And check your answer list and share with the students. Me also. That is the result sheet of the test. Thank you very much.